Hi guys, and welcome back. Small update today. We're going to fit a set of lowering springs and a set of spacers to our F90 M5. It's the first time we're fitting suspension to this car, so it's a bit of a learning process for us. We are going to develop something a bit more complicated, and it should be better than just a spring kit quite soon. So that's going to be a height adjustable spring kit that actually fits in the same area as a spring does. So the spring we're going for today is Eibach, and it lowers 25 front and 20mm rear, and we're going for a set of 12mm spacers all round, and we're using TPI spacers because they're the ones we've been using for many years. They're very good quality and we've never had any issues with them. And we're also fitting a set of longer bolts, which you need to do when you fit longer spacers so everything fits properly. So here's the Eibach springs. Sometimes these are red, but in this kit they're black, so not much to discuss about the actual springs yet until we get them on the car and actually give you small driving impressions. So traditionally, Eibach springs lower the car, they provide a sort of nice drop without being too extreme, and the comfort of them is normally quite good, so it's quite a popular upgrade with most of our customers. So let's get the springs and the spacers on the car, then we'll show you some shots of how the car's sitting. I'll go for a drive and just give you some quick driving impressions.
Ryan Little. Ryan Little.
Okay, so Hash and Aston have fitted the Eibach springs and the 12mm spacers, so I'm going to take the car out for a drive and give you my initial impressions. I'm not expecting a massive difference in handling from the springs. For me, it's more of an aesthetic modification, and if the springs lower the car nicely and the car still drives like stock and rides like stock, then for me it's a win. So let's go for a drive and see what they're like. Now, fitting the springs wasn't as straightforward as it is on cars normally, because you had to take a lot of the rear interior out to get to the shock to take them out, because it's not a separate spring assembly on the back of these cars, it's going over the top of the shock. Okay, I don't know if you can see outside, but this is typical British rainy weather, which normally stops us filming, but today we've got to carry on with it. I do wish I was in LA sometimes. You could film all the time. I mean, this is the road I drive on every day on the way home, and it's fairly bumpy. The car seems to be behaving in the same way, so that's a good start. Yeah, and as I said, handling wise, I don't expect it to improve massively, but as long as it keeps the comfort there, it looks a little bit better. So this kit lowers 25mm at the front and 20 at the rear. Visually, I think it could possibly come down another 5mm front and rear, but when we do our own solution with the height adjustable, you can kind of set it where you want. But as a sort of bolt-on spring kit, this looks pretty decent and it's a good option. That's what I like about the F10 compared to, so the F90 compared to the F10. I could never do that in the F10. It would have just been sitting there wheel spinning. So we've escaped a bit of the lunchtime traffic now, so we can drive the car a bit more freely and see what it's like. This road is pretty greasy as well, so I'll take it easy. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of riding like stock. Seems a tiny bit flatter through the corners, but for me the main thing is that it's still quite comfortable. Initially I said that the F90 suspension seemed a bit stiff. The car didn't have any miles on it. We've done 3,000 miles now, and as time has gone on, it does feel like it's softened up a bit. So with the Eibach springs, the car is riding like factory, which is great. It's not bouncy in any way. It's dealing with the undulations in the road well, and it seems, I would say, maybe a tiny bit flatter through the corners, but not a massive difference. Yeah, and this road I'm on is extremely bumpy. I don't know if you can see it from the video, but it's literally undulations all the way, and the car's very stable. The four-wheel drive is really shining in these conditions. I haven't seen the traction light flick on once yet. So yeah, I think that's all I can really add to this. The springs make the car look aesthetically better. They don't ruin the ride. It drives the same. So it's a good combination. It's a thumbs up from me. So guys, that's the first suspension modification done. So a slight drop with the Eibach springs and 12mm spacers all round. As you can see visually, the car appearance and stance has been improved quite a bit from two very subtle modifications. The Eibach springs are a good entry point into making the car sit a little bit better, and I'm glad to report as well that, you know, they ride like stock almost. You can't really tell the difference. So for this suspension modification, it was more about the look of the car without damaging the way the car rides, and the Eibachs have delivered on that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you'd like to watch more of this project, you can do so over here. If you'd like to watch what YouTube suggests you might like from our other videos, you can watch that over here. If you like this video, please click on the thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. If you guys have any questions, please drop them in the comment section and we'll do our best to answer them for you.